where Justice Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi will oversee the handover and reburial ceremony of the exhumed remains of political activists who were hanged on death row in the 1980s. The apartheid government withheld Benjamin Mmamoloko and Abraham Mngomezulu's remains, denying their families the opportunity to mourn and bury their loved ones. Our reporter Scara Mafokoane joins us live now. Good morning once again, Scara. Earlier you spoke to a family member of one of the gentlemen who just painted a picture of who he was. What can you tell us about the program this morning?
Mashaba, part one of the ceremony has begun now. Members of the Umkhonto weSizwe military veterans, as you can see in picture, have formed a guard of honor. Those remains of Benjamin Mmamoloko and Abraham Mngomezulu are leaving the funeral parlor at this moment. Mashaba, as you can see, they will leave the funeral parlor here and go to both their respective homes, where families will perform rituals and also have a prayer session, a quick prayer session before leaving for the community hall in Orlando, where Justice Minister will host that ceremony for the historic handover and reburial ceremony at that community hall. We know that Mashaba, the body of Benjamin Mmamoloko would be the first one with the first hearse that you see. Mmamoloko, Mashaba, we know that was an activist in the ANC who was convicted in 1983 and executed in 1985. And he was executed for the 1982 assassination of a security policeman. Abraham Mngomezulu, whose remains are in the second hearse just behind this one, which you see, was executed on the 25th of May 1989 after being convicted of the 1987 murder of Mandla Khoza during a rent boycott. Both these individuals at the time, we know, that have denied these allegations, but however were hanged at the gallows. And a sad part about this story is that these two families tell us, Mashaba, that they were not consulted, or the only thing that they were told was to be at the gallows at the time. Two bells were rung and signaling that they had been hanged. That's the last time they saw their family members. The then government buried them in cemeteries in Tshwane, in Pretoria. They were not told, the families were not told, Mashaba, where they were buried. They were not consulted. So this is the first time, Mashaba, that these families will receive that closure. They have been looking for these burial sites since the late 1980s to no effect. So we know that this program by the Justice Department is seeking to give a bit of closure to these families and some other families. And we know that between 1960, Mashaba, and 1990, according to the department, at least 130 individuals were executed on death row for politically motivated offences. The department saying that there are more cases, Mashaba, like this ones, like the Mmamoloko family and the Mngomezulu family. So this program will assist families in seeking that closure and burying their loved ones with dignity. As you can see, police, the JMPD, members of the JMPD have lined up the streets here at Vundla Street in Moroka, Soweto. So what you're seeing on frame right now, rather, is the Mngomezulu family. I had a bit of a chat with the uncle who's sitting in front of that hearse earlier, Jerry Mngomezulu, telling us more, an anecdote about Abraham Mngomezulu, saying he was a loving child at the time, like many other youths during the 1980s, was involved in politics, trying to fight for the freedom that we have, today. So, Master Chaba, what you see now is the coffin of Abraham Mngomezulu, which is departing the funeral parlor for his home for that ritual, a quick prayer, and then proceeding to the community hall where the official ceremony will begin just around 9 o'clock, Maschab.